All right, so when we're in IXL, one of the things that we can do is practice on our own. You do not need to wait for me to suggest a skill. If you feel that you need some extra practice in something, there's a few ways that you can do it. The first way is through recommendations. You can see this entire little recommendation section here. That's where it probably brought you when you defaulted into this, right? I had told you before, definitely take care of any suggested skills first. You may see these add up if you're not doing them, because I'm going to suggest them pretty frequently and put that into our classroom stream, letting you know. However, I'm also going to open this up to you guys and let you know that these skills exist. So one way to do this is by exploring recommendations. You are sixth grade students, and you can see they are just recommending things for you, what they think it's important a sixth grade student may know. Something like this, which we've tried before, right? We've completely covered turning expressions, right variable expressions with a single operation. We've done that. We've also had some experience with volume, right? You probably know how to find volume, coordinate planes, but there might be some stuff in here you've never seen before or have only seen a little bit of. For example, you probably have not seen this type of graph or dot plot, which is what they would actually call it, or line plots. So you're going to have to do a little bit of learning if that's what you're interested in. You can also come back up to the top here and go to the math section. Now, this page can be a little overwhelming. Again, you go down to sixth grade because you can see there's 388 separate skills that they've identified. And it goes all the way from A down this list to Z. If you know what you're looking for, if you wanted basic help with multiplication, that exists here. And you can see there's all of these different grades through eighth, and then it goes to algebra 1, geometry, all the way down. I would use this only if you know a specific thing you're looking for. Let's say you are having trouble with the current selection, right? So today the pretest was given for, or was assigned for the chapter 6, which is converting metric units, or converting units of metric and customary standards using ratio understanding. I advise you to go to New Jersey standards. Now, under New Jersey standards, this is the actual alignment to, now our books are technically aligned to Common Core, and we're using New Jersey, which is very slightly different for math, especially in sixth grade. So don't worry too much about that. We're going to assume that they're New Jersey standards, and you go to sixth again, and ratios and proportions is the first one that pops up. Okay, so I've also created a little cheat sheet here for standard alignment for the New Jersey state standards. You'll be shared on this, but you can see that all of the lessons from chapter 6 are actually going to cover just this one standard. And I've even gone ahead and started chapter 9, or chapter 10 rather. They're all covering 2 standards. So this won't be too challenging to find the skills. It just takes a little bit of understanding. So basically this is the grade, and then this letter, the first letter, is a domain. So RP stands for ratios and proportions. And if we go here, we can see that correlates right here, right? 6-point RP. And then there's these big chunks, right? These big divisions, A, and then you'll actually find that there's a B for some systems, right? So number system has NSA, NSB, NSC. That's not really important right now. But when we look at 6-point G, that's geometry, right? Because chapter 10 we talked about was going to be having to do with geometry, surface area and area. So you can see A.1, and that corresponds to a certain standard. So let's look up the practice for 6-point RP.A.3D and see if we can pinpoint that using our new understanding of the standards. All right, so we want to go R.A.3, and then D is down here. Use ratio reasoning to convert measurements, units, manipulate, and transform units appropriately when multiplying or dividing quantities. This is the actual standard, right? That's what the state standard says you will be able to do as a sixth grade student. However, when we come down here, you can see that there's all of these different sub-skills that you'll have to do just in order to get there. And that's fine. You'll look based on what the lesson is. If you're trying to convert and compare customary units, add, subtract them, conversions, and then all those for metric units as well. I'm going to release a video on the actual content. I wanted this video to be here for practice. So that's one more way that you can navigate around IXL. And again, you can always come back to IXL, go to sixth grade, and just search based on the skill here. I think it's better to go by standard. So again, that way by standard, NJ standards, and then go to your grade, which is 6th. And then you're going to look for the standard using the chart that I've given you, and that's going to be shared along with this video, okay? I will update that chart as we go through the chapters. Right now, you have everything you need for chapter 6 and 10. Again, if you need help with this, please let me know. This is for your own practice. You will be getting assignments on here. Those assignments can be found when you head to just your landing page, right? One skill suggested by your teacher. Those are your assignments. Everything else is being done for practice. All right, happy learning.